I'm here with Kim Thompson, the Managing Director of Raw Coffee in Raw Coffee on International Coffee Day. She is the boss. Kim, it's lovely to speak to you, Morena.
Good morning. How are you, Brandy?
I'm good. Now, you guys have been going here for 17 years.
Yes.
How has the coffee sector in Dubai changed in that time?
Oh, a lot. I think it's really evolved. We used to say we were 5 years behind. I don't think we are anymore. I think it's a really dynamic, burgeoning industry, but we were pretty saturated. The market now is pretty saturated.
I was going to say, how busy was the sector when you started and what's it like now?
I don't think there was a specialty sector at the beginning. I think we just noticed there was a gap in the market. So, you know, going to Right Market at Zabeel Park and things like that at the beginning, that was how we did our marketing and giving people a cup of coffee to try. The consumer is way more aware now, a way more educated consumer.
And how much competition do you have now? How many coffee shops do we actually have in Dubai?
There are more than 25,000 businesses registered in the coffee sector, whether it could be just a concept store selling coffee or a small roastery, but there's a lot of, for the 3.6 million people, there's a lot of coffee businesses.
Have you done the maths on how much coffee that is per
Yeah, you can get the
person?
information from the DED actually, so it's pretty crazy. It's really saturated.
Is it harder to survive and thrive as a business now?
I think if you've got something authentic and you've got a really good quality product, I believe that a lot of the consumers and why we're doing so well is people are moving to local. They want to support local businesses and people are becoming more conscious consumers. So I think if you've got a good product and you've got a good story and it's real, you're okay.
Okay, well, let's talk about the business aspects of your business. What have you been seeing happen to the costs of doing business?
Everything's increasing. I just got my letter today about a rent increase, which we were kind of expecting, but shipping's gone up. I think salaries and the cost of everything in the operation has gone up at this end, and then at the supply chain end, it's been really tough post-pandemic for all the people we buy coffee from. Like, there's been a lot of mass migration, people leaving countries and going where they think they can have a better lifestyle. It was really, really tough. Again, labour costs increasing. We've had a lot of economic challenges, environmental problems. We have really big issues with water. We have volcanoes going off. It's a lot.
I have heard, because we've been looking at the price of coffee futures, and that they've been hit from, like you say, climate changes, everything from drought to typhoons.
Yes.
What does that increase in the actual bean itself mean for you?
For us, it doesn't really impact us at all because we're already buying a different quality of coffee than the C grade pricing is. We're not buying Robusta and we're not buying commodity grade coffee. So our pricing is going up, but if we had built our business on commodity grade coffee, we'd be really struggling at the moment. We would.
But you're a business that is not just making its money from serving me an Americano. You've got a number of diverse yet still coffee streams. Tell me how that's helping you.
Yeah, I think we're very lucky that we did make that decision during COVID. We are also selling a lot of matcha, huge amounts of matcha. Like the trend in matcha is just crazy. And we buy really good organic matcha from Japan. We have a beautiful single origin drinking chocolate from Ghana. So we've got a diversified product that we're selling, but we're also doing training. We do a lot of training and customer support. We have a technical team. So we import the equipment, but then we maintain it. So before COVID, we were heavily into B2B. We lost all of that and we've just built that back up and that's going quite strongly now.
How has it changed, both the B2B and how people are drinking and ordering, with more flexible working?
We sold a lot of home domestic espresso machines during COVID, and I think also, I'm sure I've talked to you about this before, you know, when we were all doing sourdough at home and banana bread and everything, people learnt to make coffee. So if they learnt to make coffee at home, they're not, and it's more cost effective if they're making their own coffee than if they are going and buying it regularly from a cafe. So our online B2C sales have increased dramatically. But then those consumers are driving change, and if they're going to a place and spending the same money, they're not so happy spending that money if they don't get a product they like. So they're forcing operators to have a better product.
Are you seeing people more knowledgeable, fussier even when it comes to ordering?
Yep, definitely. Definitely. I think, in the old days it would be a lot of lattes, and now we're doing a lot more single origin, brewed coffees. People are more discerning. But it doesn't matter, you can have whatever you want.
Talk to me quickly about your own expansion plans, because I know you're looking at Saudi Arabia. What are you doing?
My business partner is actually on leave at the moment. When he comes back, we're making the decision whether to press that big red button and doing it, or because it's a big thing for us as owner operators. We have to invest, finance it ourselves, to have the energy to commit to doing it, and to do that it has to be bigger and faster and louder and stronger. So we've done all the licensing, we've registered all the products, we've identified a general manager, we have the legal team ready. So I think we're teetering on the edge, and we just need a little bit of a nudge to be brave enough to do it. But yeah, we're going to.
I was going to say, what's the nudge? What's it going to hinge on?
Ensuring that we don't risk here, because here's going really well, and we don't want to drop the ball in any way with the customers or the team or the quality of what we do. And just it's having the energy to be able to really give it a good go and do it successfully, because we took a long time with Raw here. It's 17 years, and I think for the first 10 years we were not making a lot of money. So we feel we're enjoying the success here. We don't want to risk that.
Then what's the case for doing it? Do you have to be in Saudi to expand in this region at the moment?
I think the market here is not big enough for us to scale. So we need to look at a market where it is big enough for us to scale. So we know we need to do it. We just know the risks, because we're not young and silly anymore. You know what I mean? So we either do it and we do it successfully and we really commit, or we don't.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
Kim, thank you very much, and happy International Coffee Day.
Thank you.
Dubai Eye 103.8.
Join the conversation.